Hey Falcons, this is Pfeiffer here for week 7, video 3. This is your last video of summer online learning. So we're going to wrap this up and hopefully we'll see each other soon again. Okay, so we in the last video read sharks. We talked about the text features. We talked about our vocabulary. There are a lot of text features. And I want you right now, tell someone that you're with, what is a text feature? So if you said a text feature is something in a nonfiction book that helps you understand better, you're correct. Text features can be things like headings, keywords, table of contents, all these things listed behind me, and so many more. I just couldn't fit them all on there. So text features are in nonfiction stories and they help you better understand what you're reading, because a lot of times nonfiction stories can be really tricky. There are a little bigger words, there's a lot of facts to remember and things like that. So if you have things like text features, it helps you understand better. It helps you be able to also go back in the story and pull out information. So if you're doing something like writing an informative writing, you can go back in and easily find something by looking in the table of contents, by looking in the index, by looking at a glossary, looking up a word. So it is very, very helpful. Okay, text features are very, very helpful. Today, we're going to do rolling through the text. We're going to play that. I'm going to go review some of the text features because those were tricky. And then I'm going to give you a last little quick little thing you guys are going to do at home. Okay, so first things first, let's go over some of the text features that we talked about in the last couple videos. So we talked about table of contents, and we said table of contents are a lot of times they're at the beginning of our stories, and they have the headings, the different headings. So if you look, it has a different heading. So if I wanted to find something about shark attacks, what page would I turn to? Tell someone you're with, what pages would I be turning to? So if I want to look at shark attack, I would look up page 28 and 29. So let's see if that's right. So page 28 and 29 says shark attack at the top. It'll tell us all about the shark attack of Bethany Hamilton. So that is what a table of contents is. It's a list of the different headings so you can easily go to that sort of information. It's especially helpful if you have a larger nonfiction book, so you don't have to look through it all. Keywords can be bold, italics, that means they're just slanted a little bit, or colored, and remember they tell you that those are important words that you need to know. A heading, we kind of already went over that, but our story had a heading on each page. So this one says what big teeth you have, so it's obviously going to talk about teeth. Okay. We had on the side over there, we have a chart and a graph, and there weren't any in this, but like sometimes there are charts and graphs to show you different kinds of data about something in a nonfiction book. We talked about a glossary, so this one has a picture glossary. Remember I showed you those, and it gives you the definitions, the different definitions. Usually it's found in the back. This book also gives you the definitions throughout the book, so that was kind of cool too and very helpful. An index is also in the back of some stories. Let's see, I think, no, this one didn't have it. Oh, my Shark Week one did. Okay, so an index, like if you look, it tells you different words, what pages you'll be able to find those words on. So that's helpful if you're looking up different information, like if you're looking up, I don't know, about plankton, you would go to page 28, and that's where it talks about plankton on that page. Okay, so it talks about the food chain on this page. So right here it talks about plankton and stuff. But it's another way to quickly find some information that you need. lots of nonfiction books have photographs, so which are real pictures, but some nonfiction books have illustrations. Like when we read The Fly, it was all illustrated, meaning it was all someone drew it, right? This isn't what a real fly looks like. It's not a picture of a real fly. So you can have either or. A lot of times you'll see regular photographs because it helps you understand it a little bit better. A timeline is, remember we said, is like a line of events. So there was one in my Titanic book, I think. That's why I like being at school doing this, because I can get all my books. I can find the different things. If I can find it. Right here. So this is a timeline of how it happened. So how the sinking of it, the timeline of events. So how it started. So the timeline turned. Lookout. The lookout first saw it. Then it turned to the left and the engines were reversed, but they tried to turn it, but they couldn't. Then it hit the iceberg, all that stuff. So it says every step of events that happened until it actually sunk. So that's a timeline. It just tells you an order of things that happen. Caption. Remember I told you that's one of my favorites. So a caption goes with the pictures. We had like this one had the little captions like it says, if a shark loses a tooth, a new one moves forward. So it's just telling you, it's a sentence that tells you what the picture is. Then we have a diagram and label. Remember, its diagram tells you different parts of something. Labels are like the word arm for on that diagram. And then we have like maps. I'm sure you've seen maps before, but they put maps in so you can see the locations of things. And bullets are like a list of different things. So and that's not even all of them. There's so many text features, and they are so helpful when you're reading nonfiction. I love reading nonfiction books because I like to look for all the text features. So, okay. So those are the text features. We are going to play our little game with the book. Now I'm going to turn my camera down. Hopefully I can get this to work here so that you can see this. So you can also pause it so that you have, you can play the game along with me if you have the Sharks book, or just a regular, any old nonfiction book will work to play this game. So you just need this to pause it. You need the chart to pause it, and then you need a die, and I'm going to use my big die so to roll, and then yeah, we'll play this game. So remember, each number has a question with it. You answer the question about the book. I'm going to be answering about sharks. You answer what you need to. I'm going to hold this up to the camera, and you can, let's see, pause it now. Okay. So those are the different ones. You can go back and pause it. I should have said that. I hope you're not playing it by yourself right now, because you're gonna play it with me first. Okay, so I'm gonna roll the die. I'm gonna put my camera so you can see the floor when I roll it. Let's put it over here, and then we'll answer the questions. Okay. So I'm gonna put it down here. All right. Oh. Okay, here we go. My first roll. Oh, you can't even see it. A 6. Although it looks like a 4 for you. So the 6 says, what is the title of the text? Make up a new one. So the title was Sharks. It's a pretty good title. So I would probably just say, I would just change it to like, all you wanted to know about sharks, or information about sharks, or something like that. What would you change it to? Tell someone in the room. What would you change it to? Well, I get this. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully I don't get a 6 again. 4. That was like a slow roll 4. What is the purpose of the text? Why did the author write it? So, what do you think the purpose of this story, Sharks? Why would the author write this story? So if you said to inform people about sharks, you're right, to give people information about sharks. Okay, so maybe someone's doing a project about sharks, or maybe they're going to the beach and they want to know, is it safe to be around, to be around sharks? This gives them information about sharks. Maybe they really like sharks like me and they want to read it. So that is really the purpose of the text, is to inform the reader more about sharks. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I got a 4 again. Let's see. Let's try it one more time. 2. A 2. Are there photographs, diagrams, or charts in the text? If so, how does it help you with reading? Well, we kind of just went over that. There are photographs, and the photographs help us see the different images of the sharks. There are diagrams that show us the different parts of the shark, and there weren't any charts in this story, I don't believe, but it does have quite a few text features, and we talked all about those. All right, I'm going to roll one more time, and then it is your turn to play. Oh, a 5. Tell your partner 2 new facts you learned from the text. So I want you to tell someone you're with about 2 facts while I look for 2 new facts. There was a lot of facts in here. One of the things I learned was that sharks can smell a drop of blood a mile away. So that one drop of blood, they can smell from miles away. It can smell one drop of blood in 25 million drops of ocean. So that's just crazy to me. There's so much ocean water and they can still smell the blood. And the other fact was that people call the case that swell sharks are in, the pups that are in, remember they call the case a mermaid's purse? I thought that was pretty cool. So what 2 facts did you learn? Tell somebody that you're with. What 2 facts did you learn? And I hope you played this game at home with another nonfiction book. So here it is again. All you need is die. When I did this at home, I played with one from, I think it was Yahtzee. So there are the answers. So you can pause it and play. I hope I see you soon. This was a lot of fun to make these videos for you. I hope you enjoyed them. And yeah, that's it. That's all of summer learning. Bye, guys. See you at the start of school.